I guess that's the difference between making. This is the first series I make. I've only done mini series before. So this is the first time where I haven't had the full arc of my character when I've accepted the job, and that's very scary and new to me. To not know what's going to happen. I guess it's more like life, in that sense.
Could you talk about your characters, because Floki is so skeptical.
It's a common mistake calling him Loki.
Oh, I almost did. I almost did. But the you're pure Viking. There's nothing in you that's going to tweak you from your heritage, and then you have this transient, and so there's obviously, it feels like there's some confrontations
between the two of us.
Yeah, that are set for season 2.
Definitely. There's, for sure. Floki's he's a fundamentalist in a way. He's a fundamentalist pagan. Right. He really truly believes in his gods, and he doesn't trust this man.
Yeah. And the more Athelstan tries to, I guess, at the end of season 1, pretend that he's full Viking and I'm part of your class of guys, accept me, the more suspicion there is from the truest of Vikings. So yeah, it's more confrontation to be had, I think.
Understand about a pretty harsh dose of reality. Finally had that moment where I realized it was so where does he go now then?
I was saying that how harsh is the reality of living as a monk in a monastery? No sex, no booze, no. Come on, what kind of a life is that? That's way harder.
Yeah. Well, he didn't.
They can shine goblets.
How does he fit in now? Because now he knows he's really not one of them.
Right. Yeah.
We got drunk and got laid, at least.
Well,
we set you free. Come on.
Yeah. Free. No,
come on, right?
It's I think it was really the priests of Uppsala that made that decision, and even though maybe some of Ragnar's family knew that he's not really part of their religion, it's still very much he's a friend of Ragnar's who is there to stay, and I don't think Ragnar has any kind of negative thoughts about the fact that he couldn't man up in that situation, as it were. So, but it's a big betrayal to him, realising that Ragnar was sending him to his death. So that
was an honour, man.
Yeah, well, it's going to take a while for him to wrap his head around that. But no, it's the relationships are all very kind of sketchy in season 1.
I'd like to know who on the cast is most like the characters in real life.
I don't know. I mean, it depends on which cast member you ask. Because if you ask Michael that question, I think he'd probably have a very clear opinion, and that would be very different to what Gustaf would say. I would say,
that's the most diplomatic bullshit ass I've ever heard in my life.
It's the most diplomatic him saying, you are.
It was brilliant though.
Screw the colors well, it's not the real true answer.
So I just got an email from Histories talking about an epic battle scene in season 2. Would you like to talk about it?
Yeah, well, it's the first where we leave the story when we in episode 9 of the first season. Rollo is about to betray Ragnar and fight with Jarl against King Horik and Ragnar. So that's basically where we start the second season, with that battle. And we have Rollo fighting against Ragnar with Jarl.
Blood is shed.
Blood is shed. There will be casualties.
Dun.
Yeah, right.
Loki and Lagertha now that they're both being crossed by Ragnar?
Very good question. You maybe think so, wouldn't you?
We should play cards, dude.
I think the thing is like the way everything ends for Ragnar at the end of season 1, he really doesn't have much support from his family because he's sort of ruined every kind of trust and strong bond that he has with them in a way. So like I think Apple stands a bit lost in this.
Will they have sex or not? Lagertha.
Tune in.
Will they finally
2014.
finish that offer?
Who knows?
Well, since you are the actual only Viking, do you feel more pressure from family and friends to get it right and dig? Hey, man.
No, I don't. But having said that, I'm also I want to portray it in a way that I would like to see it. Or I want to portray a Viking or the flavor of it that I would like myself to see as a Swede, as a Viking or as a Scandinavian. Because I have an idea of what kind of flavors and kind of what the Viking, or my idea of Viking that I like.
What do you think worked and didn't work last season, and what can fans expect for season 2?
What was that?
What do you think worked and didn't work last season, and what do you think fans can expect to see in season 2?
Everything worked.
Yeah, I was actually thinking to say that, but I was like you can't really say that. But I was like, because whenever you're in a creative process, at least I'm always critical to the material because you want to make the best of it. And there were some things that I was like, is this really going to work? And then when I saw the finished show, I was like, it really does work. I don't have any specific examples of that right now, but as a whole, I was like, wow, it's flying, it's working, the show's working, and having read the first 4 episodes of the second season, I think it's just getting better and better and tighter, and the stakes are higher, and much more is on the line for everybody, and we don't have to. The first couple episodes of any series are hard because there's so much establishment and exposition to get through, and now we've done all that. We can go straight into this battle scene. We could never have done that in the first season. And I was like, we're there. And so I think the fans they're up for a treat immediately.
How physically taxing are the fight scenes? Are the battles?
It's fucking exhausting, man. Pardon my Francais. It's like last week we were in the quarry fighting. We did that scene you saw a clip from in the panel. We're in a quarry and the sun is shining. It's like the heat wave of Ireland, first time in a century or whatever. And it's scorching out, and I'm in triple layer leather, fighting non-stop for a whole day. We don't even have a lunch break. I'm eating my lunch standing up. I'm padded for stunt reasons. I'm padded and I'm covered in syrup from fake blood. Imagine that. I nearly died out of exhaustion and heat stroke. So it's taxing. It really is. So you just got to be on point. You have to, take responsibility of your own health. Honestly, I have to be like, no, I have to sit down for 5 minutes. I need to drink water. Otherwise, I will collapse.
What would you most like to do on the show, and is there anything that you wouldn't do?
What would we most like to do?
Yeah, in terms of action or a specific kind of dramatic scene or comedy, and what would you want to do?
On Wednesday, I got to do what I would like most to do on this show. It's last Wednesday. I can't tell you what it is.
You get to fight.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it's like meaty, good scenes to act, relations and interaction with other actors. Yeah, something to dig into.
Something like
Yeah.
Like a good romance moment or something.
Romance, whatever. Combine the two. I don't know. Bring it on.
Nobody can talk to the gods like Floki.
exactly. Yeah, I guess, yeah, the gods, yeah. No, but whatever's, character specific and playable scenes gets you going as an actor.
Great.
He and Ragnar have both a little bit of crazy to them. Is that why they're kind of bonded?
I definitely think there's a connection in that. Definitely, and I also think that's the way that Travis portrayed the character, because on the paper it's more of a flat hero role and an ambitious man, but Travis, being this guy he is and bringing the energy he has, this unique energy to the character, makes it more volatile and crazy and weird. And I think there's definitely some of that energy in which they meet, and I felt that already from the first scene we actually did together, which is when I take him to show my boat, the boat I'm building, and I was like doing my float gear, and I just felt like he picked up on that energy immediately, and I was like, okay, wow, there's definitely a buzz here. There's definitely a connection between these two guys. I get why they like each other, and I think we never get to see this backstory, but in my mind, I think Ragnar, I think Floki was an outcast. Everybody thought he was weird. He didn't play football with other kids. You know what I mean? And I think Ragnar vouched for him. He was like, no, I'm going with this guy. And he was right in that, because he's about to conquer the world.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.